Welcome, Capricorn. This is your monthly love scope. I can't believe I reverted back to that. I was good for every reading, and then I finally hit yours, and I messed it up. This is your monthly focus for May 2016. Proof I don't edit, right there. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we get to the energy of the cards, thank you so much for all of the loving, supportive energy that you send me each and every day. You guys truly rock, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, let's get to the cards. Let's get to the reading. Your energy. We have the Two of Pentacles as your very first card. So, there is definitely an imbalance here, and we need to right it this month, okay? This is usually where we are putting energy, too much energy, and so the rest of our world suffers because of the energy we're putting in one place. Since I'm doing a Capricorn reading, I'm going to assume that the majority of you are working far too hard, and you need to have some fun in your life. It might be the other way around. But, if you are working and working and working and, you're cashing in, there's a lot of overtime being offered right now, or you feel like you've really got to put in the work right now, or you've got a whole bunch of different projects on the go, so it's all taking a chunk out of your time and your energy and your resources, then your health is going to suffer, your well-being is going to suffer, your relationships are going to suffer, your spirituality is going to suffer. There's no other way that it can happen. So we need to have a balanced life going forward. So where you are putting too much energy, you need to pull the reins a little bit on that and start putting your energy into places where it might even be uncomfortable for you to put your energy into those places because you are not accustomed to putting your energy into those places. You're hoping that it takes care of itself, or you can't be bothered with having too much fun in life, or spirituality, really getting into meditation or prayer just isn't, doesn't float your boat. So, but you need to have these things in your life. So you need to look at what parts of your life that you are completely ignoring and put some time or energy or resources into those parts of your life. That is really the theme. Okay, this is your first card, so you really need to pay attention to your daily routine and where you put your energy and where you can take parts of that and put it into other areas of your life for a more balanced approach going forward. Absolutely. We also have a decision to be made this month. Okay, we have the Two of Swords right here, and we have the Emperor crossing over the Two of Swords. So a decision to be made, Now we are blindfolded here, so, we really do have to follow our intuition, our higher wisdom in order to make these decisions. It's not going to be so much of what we see and what we hear. Now, with the Emperor crossed over, okay, there is, validating questions that we need to ask. There is research that needs to be done. There is investigation that needs to be had before we can truly make a decision of any kind. And I'm not really sure where the decision may be. It may be work. It may be career, actually, by looking at the cards. It could also be health and well-being. So you'll have to look at your priority list, what you are going through personally, in order to understand where this energy plays the most on making a decision that involves some kind of research. But it's not like you can look at it and be able to call it. It's something that you're really going to have to tap into your higher wisdom. It's something that's really, it's going to feel right in your gut. You're going to have to ask yourself, like, how do I feel about this decision? Is my breath shortening? Am I more relaxed? Am I getting tense? Do I want to just run and escape from it all? Those are, qualifying questions, and maybe those questions you just need to ask personally to yourself on how it makes you feel, what your body seems to be telling you about the ramifications of a certain decision going forward. And I think for the majority of you, it will either be work or it's health and well-being. Now, the Three of Wands is really, you know, we're standing here and we're pretty grounded right now. And we are looking at this expansive path and we are weighing out. So that I would have to say this is probably more work and career as well, or health and well-being, where you are really looking at this huge path in front of you and whether or not to actually even make the move forward on this path. Now, it is new beginnings, but it's something that you have been thinking about. It's something that is, you know, it's in the works. It could be a new job offer and you don't want to leave the company you're with, or it could be that you have to kind of change up your way of doing things within your routine in order to really feel the health benefits that you need at the present time. It's things like that coming into play. In order for you, I think it leans again on the decision making. So health and well-being, it could be that you need to make some health choices, some strong health choices. You're not sure if you really want to make that commitment to yourself, or you're really not sure if you'll see the benefits out of it. You know, or it could be job and relationship, and you know, switching tracks, so to speak, or you know, being at a forks in the road on where you are going with your future when it comes to career, when it comes to job, when it comes to how you create your money in your life, right? Now, our underlying energy is the Eight of Pentacles. So it's going to be a hard work month. So when we have the Two of Pentacles there, you know, you're probably going to lean towards a hard work month. And on top of that, you're trying to improve what you do in some way. You're trying to, so if you really want to improve, and this is kind of an underlying energy, it's kind of pushing you in a certain way without you even being knowledgeable about it. So kind of use this energy to turn it into a fun experience. Okay, join a workshop or something to hone your abilities, but something that you would find enjoyment in, something that you know you would look forward to going to or being part of in order to raise the bar on your performance in some way. You know, if it's work, then you know maybe set some kind of fun goal with a prize at the end for yourself. Something to incorporate some kind of fun or well-being into it, okay, because I think this is going to happen regardless if you want it to or not. So you need to look at ways of making life more of a fun experience throughout it all, okay, because this can really weigh you down. And with the Two of Pentacles, I think that, you know, Capricorns, your plates are usually pretty full. You're usually dedicated to not just one project but different projects and trying to get more accomplished than the average person, and you do it well. But with the Two of Pentacles there, I can see the majority of you don't include the fun part as much as you should. Okay, so if that energy is there for you, then try and make it fun. Try and do it in a way that it's going to kind of feel like a day's vacation without having the day's vacation. The Three of Swords is the overriding energy. This is brick walls. This is walking into brick walls. This is pushing through energy that you shouldn't be pushing through, not taking it one day at a time, and trying to maybe accomplish more than you should. This could be the carpet being pulled right out from underneath you, okay, when it's in the position it's in. It's not the greatest of positions for it to be in, for it to be a positive card. Now, the sky is breaking up here. The sun is coming through. You are rejuvenating at the bottom, but it's almost like if you don't try and incorporate the balance into your life, you're going to be forced into incorporating the balance into your life. And we know that God, our angels, our spirit guides are very good at when we're having fun, we don't want to learn the lesson, right? We don't want to gain the wisdom. And so You know, their lessons are a lot harder than the lessons we apply to our own lives, and we take control of the reins and we say, okay, we're going to have more spirituality into our lives, or we're going to give more time to the home and family, or we're going to um, do something just fun for us for a change. We're going to start rewarding ourselves with little things at the end of the day for getting through our checklist or something. It's kind of like, you know, you've got to take control of putting the balance into your life, or something is going to radically change in your life to put you into the direction of having a balanced life. So if you are working too hard, um, something could happen that forces you into taking a couple of weeks off, or you could take a couple of weeks off, or you know, those kind of things. You know, say you'll take the couple of days and take a day trip and do something fun for yourself, rather than being forced into a situation where you have to. Maybe it would be health or stress, or you know, hopefully not something very detrimental. So we don't want to invite this energy in. So pay attention to your first card, the Two of Pentacles, having that balance in your life, how to incorporate a balance into your life, into your daily routines. Otherwise, I think you're going to probably hit a brick wall that's going to force you into bringing that balance into being, and having to put time and energy into parts of your life that if you don't make the decision, God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe will make the decision for you that you need to spend more time at home, or you need to, maybe it is, you need to start working a little bit more and a little bit harder and be a little bit more disciplined. You could be having too much fun. I find that hard with a Capricorn, but it could be. So just pay attention to your routines, okay? We go back to the Two of Pentacles, okay, where there's an imbalance in our life. So we want to create that balance. We want to give it the attention it deserves so that we do have that balance going forward. But it's almost like God, our angels, our spirit guides, the universe is going to maybe demand that in your life a little bit more. So you need to be proactive and look at it first and see what you can do in your life. So hopefully you can avoid that energy altogether. We have the Fool. Okay, so this is beautiful new paths opening to us. So I can see why you may hit a brick wall. The brick wall will put you in the right place. It will be for your higher good. It may not feel like it at the time if you're not proactive, but something's going to happen here. Something's going to happen to get your life more in balance so that you can step out into a new adventure, a new way of being, a new way of becoming, a new way of creating. This is a brand new path opening up to you. This is feeling alive. This is feeling in the moment. This is feeling the celebration of life and being able to move forward in a brand new creative path. So definitely by the middle of the month, you're going to be feeling this new path open up to you, or this want for a new path, or starting to plan for this new path going forward. As we go towards the end of the month, we have the Ace of Cups. So, yeah, brand new, you know, this is embracing new passions, dreams, desires, who we are becoming, who we want to become, what we want to create, very much. And this is a very creative path. Could be new love coming in, okay, bringing in a new type of balance into our life. And it's coupled with the King of Wands and the Hermit. So now the Hermit essentially is one that goes out into the desert and they tap into their intuition, they tap into their higher wisdom, they understand what they want to create, who they want to become, they devise a plan, and when they come out of the desert, they're ready to go. So you might be going into that kind of energy, but through meditation, through prayer, through taking a step back, and then, you know, realigning yourself, making that plan to go forward, there is an optimism in you. There is a new zest for learning and becoming. So where I thought, you know, I've lost it now where it was. Come back, I'm sure. So it's honing your ability. Oh, raising the bar. That's what it was. Raising the bar in some way. Raising the bar. So, you know, here we are. We are raising the bar. We are high thinking. We can plan our future forward. We see where we don't have the skills or abilities, or we need to hone our skills and abilities to have a better chance at that path of creating the abundance we want. But also there's this optimism. There's this new spontaneity and you know the word. I'm not even going to go there. I'm getting tongue-tied here. You're ready for the new adventure, and you're going to start preparing yourself. You're going to be looking at new ways of learning or honing your abilities, your talents, in order to um, grow, in order to grow towards abundance and grow towards happiness, joy in life. Absolutely. You know, there's this new creative path opening up to you by the end of May, early June. For love, relationships, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So for those of you looking for new relationships in your life, the Two of Cups is new relationships. It could be new passions, new desires. There's definitely some work involved within relationships this month. Maybe some talks about how to take the relationship to a new level. Okay, so if you're in a relationship, it could be new experiences within the relationship, new wants, new desires, new ways of going forward. And it's going to take work. It's going to take planning. It's going to take those conversations in order to grow it into new beginnings, deeper beginnings. If you're not in a relationship, you know, take it one day at a time. Don't push the relationship somewhere where it's not ready to go. So really stay in the moment, enjoy the adventure of new love and new beginnings within relationships, and don't try and hurry it. Don't try and learn everything about them in one day. Don't try and reveal yourself in one day to them. Just let it unfold naturally. That's probably your best way of going forward, because it takes time and it takes work to really develop a relationship to where it needs to be. So don't try and hurry the process, okay? For work, job, career, money, finances, we have the Queen of Wands and the Tower. So we want to look at all the angles. We want to, you know, she's the quiet one of the deck, the Queen of Wands there. She detaches herself from the situation. She thinks everything through. She investigates. She researches. She asks validating questions. And then she makes a decision. And this is where I thought maybe the decision was in this, because you know what? It really breaks you out of your shell. It really makes you become the person you need to be within the workplace, within the career scope. Maybe it's starting your own business. Maybe it's stepping into a passion that you truly want. Maybe it's going for that promotion. Maybe it's going for that new job. But it really steps you into a new place of being, but it's only through you doing your homework prior to, in order to really lay out the plan that needs to be in place in order to go forward in the way that you want to. So if you are going for, you know, you're putting out your resumes and stuff, research the companies that you are putting your application or your resume into, and make sure it aligns with what you love to do, what brings out the passion in you, what you find joy in doing. For spirituality, we have the Star and the King of Cups. So, you know, something, you could have this kind of revelation this month where you find a security or a well-being within your spirituality. Like, you know, people who meditate or people who pray, and they do it consistently, they find a security in it. It raises their vibration. It raises their light. And so if you don't already have that in your life, it could very well be something that comes into your life this month where you're drawn towards a certain type of meditation or grounding or prayer or some type of spirituality that really brings in a sense of security and well-being into your life going forward. Okay, with the King of Cups, you know, it could be, and I've seen that ship in the background, so it could be like this aha moment or this epiphany that comes through of how spirituality can actually better your life, work for you. You understand a little bit better how to hear your spirit guides or your angels or God, and tune into the messages clearer that they are trying to send you each and every day. For health and well-being, we have the Ten of Wands and the Moon. The Ten of Wands, we've got way too much on our plate. We really need to take some things off of our plate in order to feel that well-being, in order to feel that that strength, that empowerment, that bounce in our step. It's almost like you've got too much on your plate, or there's too many worries and concerns, and it's weighing you down, and you really need to start delegating some of that out, start enjoying life, feeling the adventure, okay? The Moon card is all about feeling the liberation, feeling the freedom, going on an adventure, and grounding yourself. And because it is in your health and well-being, definitely a chakra meditation is in order here. It will align you, it will center you, it will ground you in so many ways. So if you don't know what a chakra meditation is, type it into the YouTube search bar, CHAKRA, and you will get an abundance, like 1,001 different videos, and you'll probably have to go through some to see, you know, time restraints or personality or what you believe and don't believe. But there is one out there for you. Trust me on that. And you know, I think it's very important to be able to ground yourself each day, to feel like, you know, spend some time in meditation, spend some time in prayer in order to feel grounded, in order to feel centered, in order to feel kind of like that liberation. You know, this is, you know, take a day trip, take some time to yourself, do things that make you happy in life. Stop worrying so much about your obligations, your responsibilities. You need to put some of that aside in order to feel that vitality this month, in order to feel healthy and alive, in order to allow the well-being to come into your life. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.